how is AI helping us when we already had kind of a lot of data at our fingertips already?
I think there is a plethora of channels like PPC, social media, blogging, YouTube, etc. The main channel is a lot of these campaigns are typically run in silos. So, for example, here is Google search. Mike's going to run Google search. John's going to run, social media. Emily is going to run, blogging. And the teams sometimes don't talk to each other, or even if they talk to each other, it's post facto. What this tool does is look at the end of the day, as a business owner, as a small business owner, your job is interested in how to maximize revenue with least amount of expense. What this tool does is figures out where you should deploy your capital so you actually maximize your bang for your buck.
Can you
That's
talk a little bit about how often it's doing that? I had a question jump into my head, which is you're right. For the last 10 years or so, I've been working a big team that we have a social media team and we have a pay per click team. And then, every week or so, but usually more often like monthly, we'll look at the cost per acquisition and we'll say, well, we're spending about $50 a conversion on LinkedIn and it's $45 on Facebook. So we'll move some money over to Facebook. But if we were using AI, how often would that happen, or how would it better spend our money?
absolutely a great question, firstly. So, the way to think of it is that this is like an orchestra in which you have different instruments, if you will. And how do you make the instruments synchronize so you hear great music? And what we are trying to do is how do you play these instruments synchronously so you hear the actual symphony of marketing? And the way we do that is we run something called unified marketing campaigns. And what you do is you have one set of audience and you can split that audience into personas in our tool. And each persona you can think of it as like a marketing archetype. So this could be a sports enthusiast. This could be into arts and music. This person could be something else, like a science fiction maniac. Like different audiences will see different types of ads. And by doing that on different channels, by doing that, we are able to serve the right ad to the right audience on the right channel. And
Yeah.
all of that is done in one single box in which your social media campaign, your PPC campaign, your blogs, all of that are sort of singing from the same song sheet and singing in unison.
I love that. And it's got me excited because what I help people do, and I think what's fun as a marketer is creating those campaigns. Like you can get into ChatGPT and you can dig into these personas and you can have it ask you questions or write about stuff. Or if you're selling to professional services like engineers and architects, you can say, tell me all about engineers. What are their top groups? What platforms are they on? What ads would resonate? What are their pain points? And you could create really cool graphics and ads with AI. And so I can create a short video or I can create a pay per click ad in a few seconds. And I can change this up where I think 2 to 10 years ago, you had to do all of that by hand. And it was a lot of work to swap ads out and like to create new creative or even do the research. Have to pay big agencies or expensive creatives to come up and do the marketing strategy and everything.